I wanted to see you on your own because we'll actually have
Well,
a
you
more
do have-
interesting analysis.
Well, you do have me on my own now.
I don't understand him because I know I talk, but I always actually listen to what the other person says. He never listens to what I say. He just talks over me.
It's youth.
What youth? He's 5 years younger than me. I mean, that's nonsense.
Listen, everyone that's...
I've
listen,
been able to make...
I'm sure we were exactly the same when we were of our age, and God, their age. God, I'm only 28. Make me sound like some old fuddy-duddy, but...
Yeah, me too.
But right, all this self-moping is not becoming of you.
No, I know it's not, but I just want to talk to you about this before we go out there.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't, like, what's hurt me most is not them, it's him. He puts us in the same category as friendship as Jovan and people that he barely knows.
But it doesn't mean there's an insult.
It is an insult because he's saying that he didn't know whether to believe me or not. He's saying that he didn't know. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just, I just don't like disloyalty, and I know he's not doing it intentionally, and I could never say this to his face because he'd go off the deep end, but he is being disloyal. He's been hugely disloyal to me. The reason I got upset and came in from sitting in the garden, despite the fact it's a nice day, was I was sitting there, and he comes over and sort of tries to be friendly by saying, "All right, Benny?" And he, like, sits with me. But that's not good. That's not what you do with someone who's upset. You strike up a conversation with them. You try and take their mind off it. You try and talk about something that they're interested in. Go run.
Say things like that. You get yourself into trouble.
No, but, I mean, you can't, like... Oh, God, it's so frustrating. You can't... You know, it's like him and Sunshine were just, like, sitting there like lemons, talking to each other. And then he moved to another point in the garden and left me on my own. Well, you just don't do that with a friend who's upset.
Well, if he wasn't talking to you, I thought you'd have been happy to leave you on your own.
No, because I think you just need to rally round. This is my beef, that when he was upset yesterday and cried, which I think we should all try not to cry. I'm not having a go at people that do cry. But
I don't want to cry.
But it's unbecoming of someone, a guy of his age, to be crying. But anyway, he cried, and I respect that. But when he cried, everyone rallied round him.
Okay, I'll give you the two reasons for that is, like I said before,
Voyeurism, which
half
you said,
the
yeah.
people were just wanting to get gossip. But you know, you're a 30-year-old man who knows who he is and is independent and doesn't require that kind of emotional support.
Yeah, no, this is true.
Obviously, you're a lot more sensitive than you let on.
Yeah, no, quite right.
It's just other people in here appear to be more fragile. You know, you're quite I would say on the outside people probably see you as quite a strong tower, so they don't feel the need to have to cushion you. Anyway, you've got my shield to cushion you.
Yeah, no, that's very kind of you. But
Stop. When you say it's very kind, it's like I'm doing you a great service. I'm doing it because we're friends.
No, I knew that. Yeah. How can one person have so much following in a bloody house? Ridiculous.
Who's that?
Shabby. I upset her.
Am I one of her followers?
No, thank God. But maybe I should start going around burping and farting and breaking wind and pretending.
And I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong with the whole follower. That's just nonsense. No one person in this house has a follower. There's no cult of anybody in this house.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think, all right.
It just seems like, as followers, because a large percentage of a group smoke, so they're always congregated under the carousel.
The interesting thing about John was everything comes down to vanity in the end. He got pushed over the edge because they made a couple of physical criticisms about him. And that's why he went mental yesterday, because someone called him crab eyes. It's as simple as that. And this is one area I don't understand him, because whilst I can be vain and narcissistic, as can you, and we want to look nice, and we place a lot of value on clothes, cosmetic products, and looking right. Do you know what I mean?
I'm the first to admit I'm vain.
Well, we are.
I even said it in my VT.
Everyone here is vain, otherwise they wouldn't be here.
Well, the VT I never actually got to see, but... or exist.
It's got a degree of vanity, otherwise they wouldn't have done this programme.
But in the footage I sent them, I said I'll be the first one to admit.
Everyone's got vanity about them, of course they do, otherwise they wouldn't be here. But it's...
What should I say about me, huh?
But it's just like this... The reason why my cover got blown and all the trouble happened was John wants to think that everyone in the group likes him, and whilst I'm the first to not like it when I feel people dislike me, I would have never gone up to Shabby and sort of says, tell me whether you like me or not. Number one, I know the answer. And number two, there's just no point doing it. But in this area, he's so vain, or not vain, narcissistic in this area. His only concern was how they viewed him, correct? And that concern of how people viewed him overrode his concern for me. That's why I got busted, right?
So the lesson to be learned now is just be very careful what you're saying to who. It's kind of a hard lesson to learn, because John didn't do it intentionally, but unfortunately, once the cat's out of the bag, that's what happens. So you always have to be very careful about.
Well, I know I like him, and I always will like him, but I can't trust him over things like this anymore. I mean, I'm not going to have long to worry about it, but he's not.
You don't know.
Oh, come on.
Nothing in this place is
Even Dave, who's my friend, said that.
Nothing.
Bilge.
I think don't you agree with this statement, Nathan, that the one thing that you can't expect in this place is never expect anything, because you just don't know how anything's going to go.
Definitely not.
Exactly.
Right, so
Don't assume anything. Hey, Josie.
Oi, Dad.
Josie, come here. I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
Do you have a problem with Ben now?
No, I don't have a problem with that.
No.
I haven't upset you.
Next two individuals erupts. This argument will be completely forgotten about.
Yeah.
So,
Mind you, I was a complete cow yesterday, the way I was going on. Tried to batter all the eggs with my horse. Because I lost a lot of trust in John after that. And I thought he was talking about me on the sofa.
Yeah, I know that.
but you should know that, because I was sitting there, I wouldn't be talking about you.
Oh, yeah, I know, but when you walk past and everyone's going...
I wish
then
we'd never gone to that bloody sofa. You should have let me stay in bed. If you'd let me stay in bed,
but imagine, Mary, if you walk past and then all you could hear is... And then John gets up, looks at us both and goes, oh, thank God I know that. Thank you for bringing that to light to me. Or something like that.
So it's a mixture of me saying something ill-judged that was wrong, and I accept that. But it's also everyone else's bloody tempers. I don't have a temper, I just had ill judgment. You put the two together, you get a toxic combination. True?
Yeah, but what happened was it looked sneaky.
Yeah, fine.
What is Jazz?
I mean, she don't care.
I find out you're taking my towel once more.
I haven't.
You've been happy.
I haven't.
I'm joking, Igor, but I'm not.
Do you miss being a mole, Mary?
No. I really miss
Don't you reckon Mario's getting better looking by the day in here?
It's a secret cosmetic surgery I'm having in the diary room. I had filler planted in my cheeks. And
Do you know what it is, Mario?
Later today I'm gonna have a brow lift.
It's definitely that bit of sun, because
You
you
think?
look. Yeah, when you come in, you look a bit pasty. That bit of sun's just lifted up your eyes.
You really think so?
Yeah.
To be fair, he was in a mole outfit, so you didn't actually see... you didn't actually see the shape of his face, did you?
Yeah, but I knew what Mario looked like.
Yeah, because we'd been in lockdown together.
Yeah.
I might have. You know what? I might have to go have a bit more sun. Only my face though.
Yeah. Bring that Italian stallion back out.
Oh, you want me to strip again?
Ooh.
When are you going to
Do you
strip?
think Mario's getting better looking, Ben?
I think he's always been good looking.
Yeah, but he's getting better looking by the day.
I think his hair looks better up than mole-like, of course.
I didn't realise how handsome you were.
Oh, thank you. Maybe we can get it on later.
Oh, no, you don't swing for my team, I know that.
You could have a test tube baby, couldn't you?
That's how I'm going to have.
Josie,
Yeah?
did you ever watch Sunset Beach?
What, do I look like some really beautiful character on there?
Did you ever watch Sunset Beach?
No.